What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good evening. Good evening. How y'all doing this afternoon? Um, yeah. As the title says, I got some stuff on my heart. Um, I gotta say I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that God keeps allowing me to wake up every day. That He keeps growing me and changing me, maturing me, healing me, changing my heart towards people and things, and showing me the right directions to go. Even when I'm just fighting tooth and nail, like I just know God, I don't want to do it. He still keeps touching my heart to do it, and I thank Him for that. Some of the things that are on my heart, I got a lot of stuff on my heart, but some of the things today is why we can't be closer to one another. Why can't we share and encourage one another? Um, I see so many people that are successful, that are doing well, but when someone goes to them to talk to them about how did where did you start at? Instead of them giving them some just real basic, simple, well, I read this book, or I took this class, or I watched these videos, things that didn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost anything. Because I think back on a video that I saw, I think her name was Jess. And she was talking about how she asked one of her friends, how did they get into the business, their business that they're in. And they came up with these, you got to sacrifice, and it's so hard, and you got to do this, and who did you talk to? I talked to Jesus. Okay, they're not asking you to give them a hookup. They're not asking you to do any of these other things. They just said, where did you start at? What was your starting point? What did you read? What did you study? Because I think about a reply I saw from the guy that so many of y'all love, that dude Derek Jackson, talking, and he used as an example someone that is a heart surgeon, and someone saying, hey, could you teach me how to be a heart surgeon? Two totally different conversations. But he tried to use that conversation to justify why you should not help somebody else, why they should pay you for anything that you give them or do or tell them. It's not always the case, and that's one of our problems that I see with folks of my shade. We are so quick to not want to support, help out, or or reach back. It's a difference when somebody's asking for a hookup and somebody's asking for direction. I've got people, I'm working on being a YouTube, personality. Really not so much a personality, but just using YouTube as a platform to do what I'm exactly doing right now. I guess they call them content creators. And I've got some people that are pushing me, some people that are showing me who to watch, who to pay attention to, giving me some direction. They're not giving me no hookups, but they're just saying, check these people out, watch what they do, see how they're doing what they're doing, and learn from it. And that's all we need to do for one another, because the bottom line is this: the person that has the determination to do whatever it is that they feel that they're called or gifted to do, with or without you, they're going to get it done. But it's so much nicer when you know that what you've been blessed with, that you've left a legacy for the next generation, the next people to come behind you. We've got to learn to start doing things like that. Stop trying to hoard all information. I was talking to a lady today on the bus, and this is the other thing that's on my heart and on my mind. We as African American folks, we are so willing to take our hard-earned dollars that we work for, that we struggle for, and put them in banks that will not give us loans, that will not don't even really want to deal with us. They will take our money, but they will not do anything to really truly help us. And I keep asking this question over and over and over again, and I haven't got an answer yet. Anybody that's in a fraternity, anybody that's in a sorority, any of these organizations, can you please explain to me, with you having thousands and thousands of members, hey, Marche, having all of these members, having all of this going on, why is it that you all don't have a credit union or a bank or some type of loan institution of your own, at least starting off with your own people in your own organization? I just don't understand it. You will take your money and give it to somebody that don't like you, that don't care nothing about you, definitely is not trying to really truly help you. Now they'll help you get in more debt. They'll be like, oh yeah, we'll float you a loan for $100,000 house, knowing that you might make almost $100,000, but to get that kind of loan, you need to make a little bit more than that. You need to make more than what the loan is. But I digress. The thing is this: we are not willing to work with one another and grow each other and teach each other what we know. If we would stop taking our dollars and putting them into places where we are really truly not welcome and created our own, folks would start talking to you a whole lot different. When they don't have your money to work with, which is a whole lot. If they didn't have that money to work with, they would be a whole lot more politer. They would come to the black community in a whole different conversation. When we would tell them, hey, y'all need to do something about these police officers killing folk, they would get on it. They would get on it because of our financial strength and our financial stability. But we too busy fighting one another, tripping over little stuff, and get mad because people are not really listening to us or respecting us. Newsflash. Bottom line is, we can pray and we can march and we do all those wonderful things. But you want to really get somebody's attention, look back into when they were doing the boycotts and things like that. It might have took them a whole year of black people not riding them buses. But at the end of that, they changed a whole lot of things. When black folks said, you know what, we're not going to y'all stores. We're not buying none of y'all stuff. We gonna figure out how to get by. And they learned how to get by. And the thing is this: white America got so scared, they hurried up and started changing things. Not because they were really remorseful, but because they saw what would happen if we became completely self-sufficient. Who was it? Killer Mike always talks about, if we talking about going to war and doing things like this, we got to learn to have our own. We got to learn how to hunt, fish, farm. We got to have our own food sources. We got to have all of that if we talking about really doing some things. And he's right, because see, if they think that all we got to do is cut off their food supply, they're gonna get weak and they're gonna fall and they're gonna come running back to us, and then we really got them. We really got them in a position. But if they cut off what they think is our supply, and we are still striving, we're still growing, we're still being strong, I tell you, this is an example I can give you. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Everybody else was eating the king's food. They said, no, tell you what we're going to do is, the Lord has given it, we have a different diet, and we're going to eat our diet, and we'll make a deal with you. If we are not as healthy or not healthier eating what we have compared to the king's food, then we will start eating the king's food. At the end of the period that they were doing this, wonderful, wonderful thing happened. Guess what? They were stronger. They were more vibrant. Everything about them, their countenance, everything was better than those that was eating the food from the king's table. See, here's the thing you got to understand. We're always talking about a seat at the table, a seat at the table, a seat at the table. Sometimes you don't need a seat at the table. Sometimes you need to go get out in your backyard and make your own table and make your own food and sit at your own table and let them come to your table. Stop going to their table. It's just a thought. these are a couple of things that's on my mind today. Um, I'll probably come back and do something later. I'm also going to start posting stuff on Instagram. Uh, so come holler at me. Check me out over there. All right. Peace.